Hello everybody, I'm back again. So I wanted to do a quick tutorial on the pockets and tags that I shared yesterday. It was a total of 6 items, so I figured I'll do 3 and 3. So I chose these for the first video. So I think you guys should pause this video, go get yourself some book pages, some scissors or a paper trimmer, glue or glue stick, and well, I'm not gonna sew on these only because I don't want to make this like a huge video. So you guys can glue it, or you guys could sew them after we're done putting them together. So here we go. I guess I'll start with the easy ones. So I put these little ones over here, and I'm going to start with this one. This is the one that I used dictionary pages, and that's these right here, which I can find them, but as you can see, dictionary pages are very thin, kind of like Bible pages. So you do have to glue a couple of them together to make them nice and a little more sturdier. I think I used 3 pages on this one, or 2. You know what, I think maybe I used 2, but one thing I wanted to say is, when I put the 2 pages together, I usually use a glue stick, and the glue stick for some reason makes the paper more sturdy. It's more hard. So 2 pages was good for me on this one. So let's get started. I went ahead and measured it. This size of dictionary measures, I think it was 9 7/8 by 6.5. So that's the size I'm going to use, but you can use pretty much any book and it'll create any size pocket. That's why I don't really get into the size really, because it depends on the book you use. Like this one, it's a 3-inch 3 inches by 6, my little insert, because these pages are larger. So anyways, I went ahead and got my glue stick, and I don't really go all the way up to the edge because I sew the tag at the end. It's mainly just to keep the page together, and then I line it up. Just press, and I'll do a bunch of these, and just by the time I'm done, some of them have already dried, and that's when the paper gets sturdy. Right now it doesn't feel like that. But anyway, so this is done. Then you get your paper trimmer. So I'm going to get this one, and when I pulled out the pages, actually no, on this one I ended up using the blade when I was cutting them off the book. My line there is not straight. Then the book has this little cut there, so I want it straight, so I take that off, and then I'm going to clean this side. And so hold on, because this side has way more white on the edge than the other side. So I'm going to try to make them look somewhat the same. So then I just went ahead and eyeballed it to the center. Let's say about there, and just cut it. And then this one, that guy's gonna show. So I could flip it over and then just have him in the back. So then once you have that, you kind of fold it to whatever size you want. I went ahead and measured the last bunch that I did. Like I said, I wanted them as tall as 6. So did I? Yeah. And actually, I think I got one that I cut off. I think I cut a piece out of this one. Maybe I got the wrong one. Yeah, this was gonna be too long. So yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it short, but this is pretty much what I did. I guess it's as long as as long as you want the tag, and also as long as you want the pocket. So this one's a little bit bigger than this one. I think I trimmed this one on the bottom, if I'm not mistaken, because the last ones I made, I did trim them to 6. I wanted them 6 inches long. So this one, it's going to be a little bigger, but that's fine. This one's almost, a little over 6.5. But that's all I did, and then you would sew your either the straight stitch or the or the other stitch. Oh my god, I have the worst memory. Zigzag stitch. There you go. So you can do that. You can round your corners, which I like to round my corners, and I use the 1/2 inch. Actually, no, I didn't use a 1/2 inch. I think I used a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to use a 1/2 inch on this one. No, this is a 1/4 inch. Oh my goodness, I am like doing everything the opposite. Yeah, that's a 1/4 inch. So then once you do that, you go ahead and sew. But you don't have to sew. For those of you that don't have a sewing machine, you would just get your glue. Make sure this end is glued. Let me glue it real quick. I'm just going to do this one for tutorial sake with glue. But that's it, guys. Then you just glue the sides. Or sew. I think I'm just going to sew it. I'm going to leave it as is. Sorry. See? I'm all over the place. I can't decide. You can see I didn't glue my edges. So yeah, I will go ahead and sew that one. Like I said, it's as long as you like. I just kind of guesstimate. That's what I'm going to do, the 1/2 inch, so you guys can see the difference. But there it is. And then you would, where is that hole punch? God. Where are you? Where are you? I only see this one, but I want the other one. Oh, there it is. Sorry guys, I prefer this one. Let me see if I get the hole straight. As much as I try, it always goes one end more than the other. Let's not focus, Daddy, on that. And then let me try my little red circles that I showed yesterday. So you guys could see how they look. There you have it. How cute is that? So I just need to go and do that to these here. But that's, you just go ahead and stitch it. Also, if like let's say this pocket you think, okay, that's too long, you could also hold it down and sew it or fold it in. It's really whatever you want to do, but I don't know, I just think they're so cute when they're sewn in. So that one was that. Just cut the page in half, fold it up. It's not a lot of work, and they're so quick and easy, except for the sewing part. So then this one's next. This one was just a regular page that I used. See, I've got a bunch of book pages here. I think it was, is it this one? No, this is not it. Okay, I'm going to use this one. I think it was this one. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. This one is 9 1/4 by 6 1/4. So all I did on this one, see if I could remember, is I glued 2 pages together. I did glue some of these already with the glue stick, so it's 2 pages just to make it sturdier. And all I did was, actually I need to clean the edges on this one real quick. This one has a lot of little pieces. Ah! Okay, another paper. It only happens when I'm filming. Okay, this one's also, I need to change my blade is what it is. Okay, that one went better. And I'll trim it a little bit. I kind of like the same, the border to be the same. Okay, that looks good. And then, actually I'm going to trim this one on the bottom. This page is a little longer, so I'm going to trim it right there. And then all I did was just fold. And this is just so simple. To the center, you don't have to fold it all the way up to the center. You can maybe leave it a little more to this side. Makes your tag a little wider. This would be, that's 4 inches wide. Okay, maybe not that wide. Maybe like right there. I can't believe it. I had just got over a cold and now it's back. My throat is scratchy. Not cool. What can you do, huh? So that's all I did on this one. And then I just went ahead and did the cutting. And I'm just gonna guesstimate. Let's see there. I'm gonna do it this way so I can do it faster. Sometimes I just use a pencil only because sometimes it's hard for me to hold this little piece for some reason. And I see people do it on YouTube all the time and they don't have problems. Only me. So that would be it. Then you would sew around it or glue around it. And you would grab your little hole puncher and I'm going to say there. If it's not in the center, guys, don't worry. Ignore it. It happens to me all the time. You use glue to bring it down a little bit. Reason is because I'm going to glue. Should I put it over here? Because I want to put one of those red little circles up there. It's all about my red circles right now, guys. And actually, you know what? Hold on. Just to make sure this baby, because of that little flip there, I don't want it to, I'm afraid this glue that's already here may not be enough, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue just to make sure it doesn't move. But there you have it, guys. See, you just glue it down. You don't need to sew. You can just glue it down. And there you have it. A little tag, which I will sew around it. But see, I like how that looks with the little red thingy there. And then I would just put the other one in the back. So there's that one. Very simple, very easy. So we are done with that one. Now we're going to do this one. Not a lot of people like this one. I know I liked it too. Also very simple, and it's whatever size you guys want. Depending on the page that you use, well, the size of the page that you use, I'm going to use this same page again. Oh, I got two. So all I did was just grab my page. I don't think did I clean this one? Yeah, I did. Sometimes, you know, you see these when you pull the pages, you have these little pieces here. But I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I like to leave them there because, you know, it makes it look grungy and old. But all I did is just grab the page and just folded the pocket to whatever size I wanted the little pocket to be. On this one, I'm gonna say there. They don't have to be. This one, it's almost halfway on the page. Whoops. It's almost halfway. This one, it's going to be a little bit on the bottom. And this is all I did. And then I went ahead and opened it up, fold it in half. Then I grabbed my scissors, and right on the score line, you're just going to cut a sliver. Basically, we're just trying to open the bottom. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want bulk when the little book closes. So just a little dab. Okay, maybe a little more than a dab. But see, just so when you close it, you won't have a lot of, you know, what do you call it? Oh my goodness, you guys know what I mean. So you don't have too much of that. And then, okay, I am going to trim it a little bit. Yeah, I need to change this blade. That's what it is. I should not have used it. Let me see if I can just, before I go get one. Oh my goodness, really? I tore it right there. Shoot, I should have changed it. But right now I'm gonna leave that alone. Which I also thought, if you were to, you know how the tag goes like this, you put your little, you know, your little thingy like that. I was thinking that also when you open it, you know, you have those pockets. If you were to put another layer of papers, you can have little inserts in between too. That's what I thought at the end after I made this one, and I haven't done one, and we're gonna do one right now real quick. But this is all that I did to this one. And then you just grab your little thingy here, and you just round the corners. And there you have it. That's all it is, and you just sew around it, or you can glue it. Now let's do one real quick. I thought about it yesterday and I didn't do it, and right now it came to my head. So let's do it before it leaves my head again. Let's get to see. So these two sheets, they both have 2 pages. They're glued together. Okay, so because I just, even though this paper doesn't feel flimsy or anything, but just to make sure it doesn't mess up on me. So let me look for my blades real quick, guys. I never put them in the same spot. Why? I don't know. why I always have a hard time finding stuff. Come on, Patty. Come on. That's the other paper trimmer. Okay, we'll use that one then. Okay, I'll use this one better. I don't know what I did with the other ones. Okay. So what I'm going to do on this one, so I'm going to first do the folds real quick. I'm going to fold it up like this one I'm going to put it up a little more. Like I say, it's pretty much wherever you guys want it. But because I'm doing two, I'm going to see right there. Hold that sucker in place. Make sure I want to take the, I want to clean out that little edge. So, oh my goodness, really? Look at that, guys. Okay, let me see if I can trim some more out. Maybe it's the paper? That one went well. Okay, I don't know, guys, but you know, it only happens when you're doing videos. And this paper trimmer, I like it, but I don't. Because this, I don't know, you know, you kind of press a little bit down when you're trying to hold the paper in place. But it cuts at the edges, but once you're in the center here, it doesn't cut it. It cut it this time. Yeah, I love it, but I don't know, maybe these need to be more supported. They're too, I don't know what it is. Or maybe mine's just defective. Still cuts and everything, but yeah, that's a little issue. Let's move that out of the way. So now we have this, right? So then we're going to open this part up. And we're going to fold this to, we're going to fold them separately. There. I think one of the things is this paper is old. Maybe that's my problem too. Because I know I had some cardstock that I had not used in like I don't know how many zillions of years. And it just felt different. And when I put it on my paper trimmer, it did exactly the same thing. I threw it away. I'm thinking maybe the paper gets old and it just doesn't want to cooperate anymore. Okay, so we're going to cut the edge on the bottom again. Like I said, just a sliver. I think I cut too much on the other one. And then I folded this one already. So, what I'm going to do now is these flaps are going to go up. I am going to go to the sewing machine, guys, because I want to do it in the sewing machine. See, that's my, when I do my creations, I like spend too much time thinking. My mind's just, you know, setting up the images for me. Okay. Okay, I need to go to the sewing machine. Hold on, guys. I'm going to do a quick stitch. So it shouldn't take me long, and then I'll continue to sew the rest later. So, wish I could bring the camera over here. So you guys can see me. Hopefully I will have a good day with my sewing machine. I normally do. That day, I don't know what was wrong. Maybe it was me, maybe it was the sewing machine. Okay, so let me create this vision I have, guys. Don't go nowhere. Let's see. Whatever you guys do, don't focus on the straightness of my sewing because I do not sew straight. I sew okay, but sometimes I guess I go too fast and I'm all over the place. Okay. This one is done. And now this one. Do this. This one will go in the back. Okay, so this is what I did, guys. I grabbed that extra piece I have in the back. That's gonna go in the back, and I did that stitch. And actually, hold on, guys. See, I'm still thinking. What if I bring this down? Okay, hold on. Remember, please work for me. Maybe this side cuts better, so I'm gonna say there. I'm gonna go gently. Maybe that's it. Maybe it likes to be treated gentle, and I am very harsh with it. Okay. So then if we put this here, we'll have that there. But then now I need that same stitch right there. And then, the only thing that I didn't think of. Okay, I made a, see what I'm thinking is that stitch, it should have just been a straight stitch. That stitch should have been on this side. Because did I? Actually, no, they're all straight on this one. They're all straight. Okay. See, what I was thinking is that stitch, put it in both here and on the top. This one should have just been straight. So now, and then I'm not going to be able to round my corners because I did that too. Do they have to be round? No. So, since we're thinking that way, okay, I'll be back. I'll be back, guys. Oh, wait a minute. Don't go nowhere. Okay, so now switch my stitch. This one turned it. And raise that little up. Don't fall asleep on me, guys. I should have probably actually done this by myself. But see, you guys can see how I am in action when my mind's working. One more stitch, guys, and that's it. This is what we got. See, the sewing has to be, well, I can collage that because the sewing came out a little different, but this is what it is, what it came out to. So it would open, so you would have the tuck here, like on the original one, then you have this tuck here. And I forgot to sew here before I sewed it in a booklet. Don't do that when you're doing it, okay? But I like this. I like the extra pocket on the top. And then you would just decorate it. Isn't that cute? See, this is the first one. And this is the second one. But yeah, I forgot to sew. Before you sew the pockets, you need to make either a straight stitch. Actually, I would have done the zigzag here and then on these ends. And then just a straight stitch all around each square. And yeah, it's a whatchamacallit? It's a prototype. But yeah, that's how those are made. I hope you guys liked the video. I will prepare now to do my next video for that other wallet insert. And what was the other one? It was, is it this one? I'm a mess. Yeah. It was this insert and this insert and that insert. So yes, let's put this away and I will see you guys on my next video. Thank you so much. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.